everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Marie and I'm a South African living in Singapore for the past 6 years now. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. I talk about all things Singapore. So if you're curious about life in Singapore, stick around. Alright, now before I jump into the video today, if you have watched my previous 2 videos, I have mentioned that I'm working on something behind the scenes, and I want to let you know what I have been working on and what I'm still working on, which is taking up quite a lot of time because I'm doing everything by myself. Now, on the 5th of October, my birthday, I am going to launch my own website. This website is geared towards writing about my travel experiences and life in Singapore. I have been traveling solo since the age of 15, so that's quite a few number of years, and I've traveled to about 28 countries, and most of these countries I've traveled to solo. I want to share my experiences with you out there. If you're curious about traveling alone, living alone in a different country, moving to a different country, exploring different countries, with this website, of course it's starting small, but I would like for it to grow and become the go-to website for anyone interested in knowing more about Singapore. Now, all the content on my website is going to be free. The information I'm going to give you is free. You do not have to pay for anything to find information. Sharing is caring, right? But now, the exciting part. So in the description box below, you can find a link to a page where I have set up for you to get my top 3 favorite presets. Now, these are Lightroom presets that I've created that I mostly use on Instagram to edit my photos so that my photos don't look the same as everyone else's photos. So if you're passionate about taking pictures, or you're the designated photographer in your friendship group or in your family, or if you don't know what Lightroom presets are, you can ask your family or your friends, or you can Google it. It's really a great thing to have in terms of like making photo editing easy. People charge an arm and a leg for these presets. Like usually they start at like $25 for 3 presets. That is quite a lot of money, but because it's my birthday and because I'm launching my website, I am giving my presets to you for free. Really, there's no catch. It's just, you just have to enter your email address so that I have a place that I can send it to you. Now, I'm very excited because the borders are slowly but surely starting to open up. At the moment, we have the vaccine travel lane with Germany and Brunei. That means that if you're vaccinated in either Germany or in Singapore, that you can freely travel between these countries without having to quarantine. Well, you'll have to do all the PCR tests, etc., but you don't have to quarantine, which is amazing. Don't you agree, Zoe? No, she's more interested in taking a nap. I'm very excited about that, but that also means that Singapore is slowly starting to open up to the world. And you might be thinking, Singapore might be a good place to travel to because it's clean, it's safe, it's efficient. Now, I think the one thing that Singapore is really famous for is its rules. If you ask yourself a question like, what are the rules in Singapore? What can I do when I travel to Singapore? I like you already, because that means that you're preparing yourself to show respect towards a country that you're going to. But what exactly are you allowed to do? Well, a lot. Singapore is not a prison. Singapore is not a place where you're not allowed to do anything. But let's jump into some of the rules that you might not be aware of when you come here, because things are different in every country. Now, I think the one that I'm gonna address first is the one that there's so much controversy about. A lot of people think that you're not allowed to chew chewing gum in Singapore. It's not illegal to chew chewing gum, it's illegal to sell chewing gum in Singapore. When borders were open, one could easily just jump on the bus, go across the bridge into Malaysia, buy some gum and come back and you'll have your stash of gum. But the problem comes if you sell it. If you have gum in your back pocket or in your handbag, they're not going to do anything. So rest assured, you can chew your gum, but please dispose of it properly. Now, over the years, Singapore has become more strict in regards to their smoking laws. You can't just go outside and have a smoke. There are specific designated areas where you can smoke, and you have to look for a sign where it tells you that you can smoke here, and that's usually a few meters away from a building. Also, you can get fined if you sit on your balcony and you smoke, and your smoke is wafting into your neighbor's room or house. So yeah, be very careful when you do smoke at home as well, that your smoke is not wafting into your neighbor's apartment, because that happened in my previous place. I did not tell on them, but as a non-smoker, it's not really enjoyable sitting on your couch watching a movie and then there's a waft of cigarette smoke or smell coming into your home. If you're out and about sightseeing and you get onto a bus, train, do not, I repeat, do not take out a snack or take a sip of water. No, no, no. You will stand out like a sore thumb. You will be looked at and frowned at. And you can actually get a hefty fine of about $500 if you're caught drinking or eating on the train or the MRT. And that's how they keep it so clean. You see, there are reasons for the rules here. Now, I think also one very obvious one is there are no drugs allowed in Singapore. I am saying this because nowadays there's this new trend in some countries where weed is legal, but they are making the CBD oil or hemp seed oil, all those things related to the weed plant. Even hemp seed oil and CBD oil is illegal in Singapore. So do not pack your chill out CBD oil when you're coming to Singapore. It is illegal and you will end up in jail. Leave those little oils at home until you return, but do not, I repeat, do not try to smuggle it into Singapore. Now, another one where you won't get fined, but it is just decency and common sense. It's when you take the escalator, stand on the left side. When you stand on the left side, you leave the right side open for anyone that wants to walk up who is in a rush. This is another thing that I love about Singapore, is that they think about the people around them, and it's just common decency. So stand on the left. Also, you won't get fined for this one, but again, common decency, respect your elders or people in need. Do not sit on the designated seats on the MRT or in the bus that's designated for older people or pregnant women or people with young kids or anyone with a disability. I have seen here and there young ones sitting on the seats, falling asleep in those seats, and then a pregnant lady would stand right in front of their face and they won't budge. Maybe they have a disability that we can't see, of course, but they do have stickers if you do have an invisible disability, to have a sticker on you that says, okay, you need a seat, which that person didn't have. So just be cautious and kind and do not sit on those seats. When you travel to Singapore, please respect the different cultures here. Do some research about the people here. They can all speak English, mostly Singlish, but do some research. And like I said, by already watching this video, I like you because it shows that you're curious and interested to know. So just find out a little bit more, because you will do yourself a disservice and the country if you come with preconceived ideas about what you think the Chinese culture is like, what you think the Malay culture is like, what you think the Indian culture is like. So just do some research and find out some more information in regards to the cultures here. It will make your time more enjoyable as well, because you'll be able to soak up more experiences and information coming with an open mind. Another thing, do not ever think you're above the law in Singapore. If you don't like rules and you don't like following rules, Singapore might not be for you. Even if you think no one sees you or there's no one around, there's always someone around in Singapore. with a camera phone, undercover, yeah, someone will see you and someone will report you. So do not think you're above the law. Just respect the rules here. And that blends in then to what is currently going on in the world. In Singapore, please make sure that when you do plan on visiting, you are up to date with the current rules in place in how we are dealing with the global pandemic. Currently, you are required to wear a mask at all times. Only time that you can remove your mask is if you're outside and you're doing strenuous exercise. And of course, when you go to a cafe and you have your food. But also, there are limited amounts of people that can be together in a group, or there's a limited amount of people that you can see a day or hang out with. So please read up about it and know what you can do and what you can't do when you're here. So these are just a few of the main ones that you should take note of before traveling to Singapore. If you have any more do not do's in Singapore, please leave them down in the comment section below and I'll catch you there. So have a wonderful week. Remember to be good, do good, keep on smiling, and check out the links in the description box. I'll see you next week. Bye!